Welcome back. I hope that you've been enjoying looking for the why and telling the story of your gratitude practice. I also hope that some of those 10 tips helped you to deepen your practice. Now, this week we're going to go off of the route of gratitude journaling and into expressing our gratitude. You might say, well, this is where we started when we were looking at how we pay lip service to gratitude by simply being polite and saying thank you and please and so forth in social interactions. But this is a whole different level of expressing our gratitude. One way to express our gratitude deeply is through the use of expressive writing. In this case, using expressive writing to express gratitude is something we might better know as a gratitude letter. It's pretty hard to pay lip service when writing a gratitude letter. In fact, a study in the Journal of Personality and Individual Differences found that writing a gratitude letter was way harder than keeping a gratitude journal. And so personally, for me, I didn't start the practice of writing gratitude letters until I had been quite well established in gratitude journaling. There were 2 experiments conducted by the team of Topfer and Walker. And in the first experiment, they found that not only did writing gratitude letters help to improve the sense of subjective well-being of the participant, but also it deepened one's sense of gratitude and ability to feel grateful. In the second experiment, this was not borne out, and so it's not entirely certain whether writing a gratitude letter will improve one's ability to be grateful. But it is certain that it improves one's subjective well-being, and in the second experiment, in fact, improved the symptoms of depression. In my own experience, I found that writing a gratitude letter has improved relationships, particularly when I've been able to read the gratitude letter to the recipient. Writing a gratitude letter has some real advantages. To begin with, it helps us to think about the why of why we're grateful and to tell those stories. It also helps us to create connection by remembering that our good fortune is often brought about by the generosity of other people. And by expressing our gratitude back, it spreads those good feelings and is a kind of giving back into the world. I think that one of the reasons why writing a gratitude letter may be so difficult is that we have to open our heart and make ourselves vulnerable by expressing how grateful we are to another person. And by doing that, we really open our hearts to connection. And if that isn't a great benefit of writing a gratitude letter, I don't know what is. When we decide to write a gratitude letter, one of the first things we need to think about is who is it that we want to write to? Who is deserving of an expression of our gratitude? And if you think back to last week, some of the 10 tips that I suggested would provide really rich mining material for writing a gratitude letter. So for instance, if someone was involved in doing something wonderful that you didn't deserve and giving you an opportunity that changed your life, maybe it's time they receive a gratitude letter and an expression of your thanks. Once you decide who it is you're writing to, that will dictate some of the tone and the language. And there's a few key elements that go into making a good gratitude letter. One of the first elements of a good gratitude letter is to express what it is you're grateful for and why you're grateful for that, what difference it made to you. It's important also that you express that this was a gift. It was something that you didn't earn, and that is why you're grateful for it. People like to be appreciated for the things they do that were generous and an act of kindness. Another important element to include in any good gratitude letter is to indicate what kind of legacy someone's kind act may have left in your life. Everybody wants to leave a legacy in the world. And so perhaps knowing that taking you to that art gallery at the age of 12 created in you a desire to be an artist is something that would really please the recipient. And the final element of a great gratitude letter is to know how you were changed by it. Do you now encourage others because of what was gifted to you by another person? If you do, if it's changed you in some way, let the person know in your gratitude letter. If it's possible to read the letter to the recipient, that will make it even more powerful. But simply writing it and sending it and expressing your thanks is yet another way to deepen our gratitude practice. And one last benefit of writing a gratitude letter is that it helps to build the muscle so that we don't have to look back in the past to a teacher or someone who changed our lives. And we're much more open-hearted and ready to say thank you in the moment. For what are you most grateful today?